This, gentlemen, is Archie, Airman Second as of the day before yesterday. And with that new stripe came a new assignment to a new base. As of the moment, he's really got it made. No more Cactus Gulch for Archie when he's off duty. From now on, he's going to be stationed right next door to a real town.
Man, my name is Killjoy, and I tell you, it's the greatest. A real soft touch, and when you hit town, you can make a landing with your flaps up. They know how lucky they are to have us around. And the dames. Oh, brother. On the line with the engine warmed up and wheels turning. For a real He-Man, they're ready, willing, and can hardly wait. They don't get around much. Does them good to find out how their town stacks up with the rest of the world. And listen, all right, when you know what you're talking about. Our guys are good for a lot of business. You're short sometime, just tell them to charge it. They know darn well you're good for it. They're a cinch, even if they start pulling some silly local ordinance. All you gotta do is let them know you're in the Air Force. You don't get pushed around by anybody, see? When it comes to quarters off the base, they got them, but good. Just the kind of a place for a bunch of guys who really know how to live. I tell you, man, it's a great town, and I know what I'm talking about. I was there.
Archie's going to be there, too, any minute. And he's really looking forward to it. A friendly town next door to an Air Force base can make life mighty pleasant. It's kind of strange, all right, but it happens. And when it does, there's usually a very good reason for it. It doesn't take very long for Archie to find out what it's all about. It just doesn't seem to make sense. Then a couple of days later...
5 miles over the limit, fella. Where's the fire?
Gee, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
No in town, aren't you?
Yeah, I guess I am. You see, I was...
Okay, chum, you give me the ticket and I'll take it. Have some gum, chum? You're looking a little nervous.
Gee, I was only a couple of miles above the speed limit.
Those couple of miles are gonna cost you exactly $15.
Kind of confusing, isn't it? The people in the town were supposed to be so friendly.
It's just like I was telling you. You people haven't learned to live yet. Why, in my hometown, we got everything. And nobody pulls the sidewalks in at 9 o'clock either. Dames? Man, you don't know what good-looking dames are. Where I come from, they knock your eye out and they treat you right. They appreciate a man. If you've been around enough to know what I mean. You ought to be glad we're here. Look at the dough we spend in this town. And look at the protection you got. The least you could do is show a little gratitude. Take it easy, sonny boy. I'm an airman, and the name is Killjoy, see? Just remember who you're talking to if you know what's good for you, see?
It wasn't very long after that Archie had a little routine maintenance done on his car.
Well, looks like I'm a little short. Do you suppose maybe I could pay you tomorrow?
Why, certainly. Glad to do it. Anytime. Just stop in next time you're in town or send us a...
You don't have to worry about a thing, chum. The job is steady and the paydays come like clockwork.
Haven't had a yen yet, and I'm not going to wait for any pesetas either.
Well, in any case, those attractive quarters off the base are still there.
Vacancy? Why, certainly, young man, there is one I can let you have. You just come right along with me. There you are, young man. It's all yours, if you want it.
It really is too bad for Archie, and for an awful lot of guys just like him. One character like Killjoy can certainly make life tough. All that Archie wants is to make himself to home in a perfectly reasonable, responsible way, wherever he happens to be stationed. And they would want him to, too, if they hadn't had the unhappy experience of meeting Killjoy. Archie's problem is all too familiar, because there's a character named Killjoy in almost every outfit, who usually gets there first and who uses his size 13 shoes to tread on the toes of the civilian population, fouling up the kind of off-duty contacts that help to make life so much more pleasant and interesting.
Very sorry, no visitor.
Ist da ausgespielt, ausgeklungen, das ist out of the house! You regret, monsieur. Preservation only. Scram, bud. Killjoy was here.
He'll do it every time, unless he learns that his actions are a tag that will be stuck on every airman. A character like Killjoy, braggart, brawler, deadbeat, drunk, and would-be Casanova, presents a tough problem to the Air Force and the guy who wants to get along. But it isn't insurmountable. Oh, he may have troubles at times, but he'll find that he can overcome it just by being himself and taking it easy. People are people all over the world, and by and large, they're pretty reasonable. He'll find that they'll respond almost every time, whether Killjoy has been there or not. As far as Killjoy is concerned, people who don't want him are entitled to protection. Guys like Archie have their own ways of helping give it to them and protecting themselves at the same time. They've learned the hard way about the kind of damage he can do, and they're showing him also the hard way that he won't be allowed to go on doing it. Some characters can only learn the hard way. There's no room for Killjoy, and the wider a berth they can give him, the better. Off-duty hours are too valuable to share with a character who is going to jeopardize them. He's been there first too many times in too many places. Neighbors around an Air Force base are entitled to official protection, too. And Air Force commanders will take whatever steps are necessary to see that they get it. A character who can only learn the hard way will be taught the hard way wherever he is. Life around an air base is getting easier and pleasanter all the time. But for Killjoy, it's going to keep on getting tougher and tougher and tougher. For Killjoy, there's only one answer, and it's the same in any language, just as there's only one answer in any language for the ordinarily decent guy who is reasonably considerate and who respects the habits and customs of his neighbors. Off-duty life can be mighty pleasant, and it should be. It can be a lot simpler, too, if a character named Killjoy never gets there.